Could you bring that back to him? You brought it up here to begin with. All right. Can I get a round of applause for AJ Haypenny? Your leaving is the most applause you've gotten all night. Good night, sir. Woo. All right. Our next comic, if this guy can be funny tonight, after what you guys have put him through in front of his daughter. He is so red all night. He's going to be the new mascot for the Cleveland Indians. I'm going to kill them all. Hey, this has got a cast iron bottom on it, just saying. All right.
Just saying.
Our next comic, make a lot of noise for Carl Carlson.
Thank you. I think. So yeah, that was pretty good stuff. Gave me a lot to think about, the whole wife thing and the kids. You know, like where the hell were you about fucking 13 years ago? You know, in my defense, I was in a whiteout. I tried drugs once for 35 years. I hated that white stuff. It just smelled good when I was drinking all day. You know, like yeah. And I lived check by check. I didn't pay many bills growing up. Those were guys I just kind of hung out with. You know what I mean? And I finally got a checking account that works. You know, like. Well, I work, so it seems to work, so that kind of helps out. But it was funny, I was sitting there thinking, man, what am I going to do here? And still I'm sitting there like, what am I going to do here? Anyways, I was going to talk about, you got to be careful what you ask for. So, like, when I used to hear meditation, I heard medication. Like, I just never thought my mental minions, so to let you guys follow around, like I get a lot of voices in my head, like the mental minions, when they get quiet, I get nervous because then I know they're up to something without me. But, you know, I go to a therapist and I'm like, you know, I'd like for that to kind of quiet down. But again, be careful what you ask for because I don't really get that many voices up there anymore. And I'm kind of bummed out. Like I want to renegotiate. I didn't know it was going to get so quiet up there. And they text me every now and again, let me know that they're still around. And yeah, it's that went so much better in my head with the minions. Just saying. All right. So, anyways, yeah. But my therapist, she's great. Well, the new one I have, you know, that's another reason why you haven't seen me lately because I don't know where my therapist is. Like when I went there, they don't tell me if she's like retired, committed. Like I kind of think that's a little fucked up if you ask me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just throw me something like, is she ever coming back? So they were like, you probably should get someone new. And I'm like, all right, I get the hint. And, you know, I just went to marriage counseling with my wife, and I'll never get those 2 hours back in my life. And the messed up thing is, like, she felt the same way, and the guy, I don't know, like, I paid for that too. That kind of really pissed me off because the guy was talking about breathing, making our beds. And there was a whole list of other things, but he was really on this whole breathing thing. And I'm like, I go to yoga, like the yoga, you know, the yoga meditation because I don't hear medication anymore. It's kind of nice when I can medicate. I can't medicate myself anymore. Keep trying that, but it doesn't work out too good for me. No, but like when I can meditate and like quiet myself, things go pretty good. But this guy, like my therapist, gives me these breathing techniques to do, and I forget to breathe sometimes. You know, and yeah, if you could picture that, because I do talk a lot. I have the right to remain silent. I've never had the ability. There's one right, I've never been able to like exercise that well. Ask any one of my arresting officers, they'll tell you. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I don't have a record. I kind of have an album. It's like a compilation of my greatest misses, I like to call it. It is a box set because they have to carry it like, in a box. You know, they carry it around in a box. And yeah, I try to tell the guy, I don't drink anymore because when I do, like, I become a man of honor. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. That's how it ends up usually, always with me. But I always wanted to say, like, Your Honor, I'm like not a bad guy. Come out, drink him maybe one night, and just, bring some bail money, but we'll have a blast. Like, trust me, just come on, one night with me, and you'll see. But I never got stupid enough to say that to the judge, because that was the one time I did remain silent in front of all those judges and stuff. So, yeah. Anyone morning sex? Fan of morning sex? Yeah. Yeah. I used to be a fan too until I went to prison. Yeah, that thwarted that whole thing. Because, like I said, those judges, that's one thing. They send you there once, and I don't do too well in those settings. Like, I don't like to be told to do anything. Never mind when to eat, when to sleep, when to wake up and have sex. I just don't do too well there. And what's the deal with that? How come I always have to catch? I can pitch once in a while. And then there's like, yeah, it don't count in jail. Well, it felt like it did, you rat bastards. Who came up with that one? Like, just saying, bastards anyways. But yeah, I don't know, like, I have a license, I have a couple DUIs, but I'm legal now, and that's funny, because now when I get pulled over, and the cop is like, been drinking, and I'm like, you buying? And I'm not even trying to start doing that. I don't drink and drive, I freeze my beer and eat it. And like, and he's wondering why I'm laughing. He goes, what's so funny? I'm like, well, I'm legal and I got nothing in my car that I'm not supposed to. And he's like, just looking at me, and they're doing the whole, looking around and stuff. And I'm trying to talk my way out of it. Like, and he goes, you drive as fast as you talk. I'm like, yeah, why don't you just go get my ticket? Because at that point, you kind of know you're not getting out of it, I even says to the guy, I'm like, we can get the dogs and waste everyone's time. Because, like, there's nothing in my car that I shouldn't have, and there was a time when there was everything in my car that I shouldn't have. But I thought I was a great driver. I hit everything but the lottery in my car. Like, I don't think they would call them bumpers if you weren't supposed to bump into anything. But on the flip side of that, my insurance is fucking off the roof, man. I'm in like one of those lotteries where they don't want to insure you. Like, you know what I mean? And I found that out in my driver's safety course. Like, I've been there only 9 times. I haven't busted the double-digit thing. And when they're like, who's been here more than once? Who's been here more than twice? And the guy's like, are you joking? I'm like, I wish I was. Like, you should see my insurance. It's crazy. Like, I should buy a bike. You know what I mean? Or a bus pass or something. But, I usually get kicked off the buses because, again, I can't keep my mouth shut. I start talking to people and they're like, all right, you, get out of here. So, my poor kid, she's heard them all. I try to refine my jokes everywhere. And my poor kids, when they're rolling their eyes, like, but they know all the punchlines too. Like, and my favorite one is like, where do people from the projects sit at Fenway Park? And people like the bleachers, blah, blah. I'm like, no, Section 8. And my kids, like, will steal my thunder and tell them, they don't even know what Section 8, well, now they know. But they, they'll be like, Section 8, and especially my little son did when he, like, says it, and I'm like, little bastard, like, and I want to wring his neck, and then I'm like, whoa, this is what my friends are like when I'm around them, huh? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, shit, I piss off a lot of people, and I don't intend to. Like, apparently I do piss off, like, a lot of people. I'm like 3 to 4 people a day. I'm like 5 years ahead of schedule. But don't worry, be patient. I'll get to all you bastards, you know what I mean? Like, I don't discriminate and I don't take vacations. But what was the last one I wanted to leave on? There was one I was thinking of. I wanted to really kind of knock it out of the park, but I've been thrown out of plenty of parks, if that makes any difference. But I'm drawing a blank. Minions, anything? They'll text me later. All right, on that note, I appreciate you all coming out and trying to keep it as clean as you could for my daughter. So, yeah, I'll probably hear it all on the ride home. Thanks again, guys. You've been feeling average. I'll take that.
Carl Carlson.